Coming to finding your object and placing it somewhere, perhaps near the screen, if that helps you, so that you can bring your attention to it and your focus to it. And then coming to find a place where you are able to sit. Some of you prefer to do this lying down, and if you are lying down, just making sure that you don't fall asleep. And if you're coming to sit in, grounding yourself somewhere where you sense that you are able to stay there and to find some peace and some length and a certain level of comfort. And today we're going to begin by meditating on our skin, on the presence of our skin. So I'm going to begin by bringing the palms of the hands together and asking you to rub the hands and create some friction. So rubbing the palms together, you probably feel that you're starting to create some heat. And you're going to bring the palms of the hands to our face. Of course, in these current times, I'm sure that your hands are nice and safe. If you do not want to bring them to your face, you can just let them rest back onto your knees. But if you want to join me, you're going to place the palms of the hands softly onto your eyes so you won't be able to see. You're going to place them on your eye sockets and then let your fingers drop up towards the forehead and towards your skull. And then settle here. You tend to soften here through your shoulders as much as possible. And become a little bit more aware of your pelvis so that you can ground yourself and lengthen the spine in between the shoulders. And then settle in into the sense of the darkness that you can now see with your hands on your eyes. So having quietened down the sense of vision, you perhaps can bring up the volume of the sensations that arise from your touch. Sense how you feel the palms of the hands on your cheeks and on your forehead. Notice the skin of your face, sensing the gentle pressure of your hands. Settle there through some soft breathing. And then reverse the intention. So that you know, feeling the presence of your face in your hands. And you start to sense the skin of the palms of your hands being touched by your forehead, by your cheekbones, by your hair, by your eyelashes. Sense the skin in the palms of your hands is very different, thicker, very different. Stay here with a bit of softness just for another couple of breaths. And bring the awareness to the calmness of your eyes from being in this dark space, and how they are able to settle back into their sockets. And then slowly start to release very gently, very slowly, the contact between your hands and your face, but maintain a sense of relationship so that your hands stay there, creating a very small gap between the skin of your forehead and the skin of your hands, the skin of your cheekbones and the skin of your hands. And if your eyes are open, you might start to see a little light coming through, but you can still not see fully in front of you. Notice the warmth of the relationship here in the gap between your hands and your skin. Notice the air in between. And then slowly letting your hands come down and rest back onto your knees or by the sides of you, coming to settle. You might want to keep your eyes shut for a little longer, or gently opening them, bring the gaze to the object in front of you. And let your breath be calm and soft. Noticing again the skin of the palms of your hands, and how perhaps after the experience of touching, it now feels perhaps a little alive. We're going to scan the body, traveling the awareness to the skin of your arms now. And in order to do this, you might want to feel now the relationship between your clothing and your skin. Notice how tight or how loose your shirt is. Whether you're wearing long sleeves or short sleeves, how much of your arm is covered by clothing. And by bringing the awareness to your clothing, perhaps sense that space between the clothing and the skin. Just come into sensing where is it that you finish and the clothing begins. Then come on, notice the same sensation through the trunk, how your shoulders, your back, the sides of the waist, the abdomen, the front of your chest, are all perhaps covered by clothing too. And sensing the skin in those areas. How easy or how hard is it for you to feel this container, this thin container that maintains relationship with the outside, now here touching the clothing. Travel the same intention through your legs, through your pelvis, through your thighs, through your calves and shins. And then bringing it to the feet. Noticing any part of your body that is in contact with the air as opposed to with clothing. Sense the air around your skin. Is it cold? Is it warm? If your hands are naked, sensing the air around them. Noticing the temperature through your hands. Noticing the temperature around the face, around the feet, if you have bare feet. And then bringing your attention to the breath. Tapping into the breath to sense that every inhale is an expansion and every exhale is a contraction. So starting to observe the container of your skin from the inside. Traveling around the inside of the body, looking outwards. Sense how the light might be able to come in, translucent through those areas of you that are bare. Perhaps that light, translucent light, is shining through into the inside of the body. And sense the breath expanding that container and contracting that container. Need to do much to the breath, but to be an observer. And as we pay attention, noticing how the breath might change. Sense now the air traveling in through your nostrils and entering through the nose, past the throat and into the lungs. And sense the air leaving through those same pathways. For a moment, bring your awareness to the skin of those pathways, the inside of your nostrils, the skin of the inside lining of your throat, your windpipe, the skin of the inside of the roots of your lungs, the pathways of your lungs. Communicating with the outside through the inside. Feel the air coming in, expanding your skin, the air leaving, contracting back to center. Feel the air coming in, bringing in new communication, new relationship from the outside in, the air leaving out, communicating from the inside out. And if your eyes are closed, slowly letting the light come through and gaze into the object. And breathing into the space between the object and the inside pathways of your airways. Sense how the air outside is inside and how the air inside is outside. Staying here, becoming present on what is it that I am and what is it that you are. Space between me and my object. Where do I finish? And where do I begin? Settling here for a bit. Today I'll leave you here for you to continue this practice until you feel that you are ready to close. Staying in quietness, finding the stillness.